Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Enjoy complimentary access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection and a welcome offer of 200,000 points after you spend $20,000 on purchases on the card within your first 3 months of membership. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
Welcome to episode 114 of the Inside Job Boards and Recruitment Marketplaces podcast. Also, welcome to September. I am Stephen Rothberg, one of your two co-hosts, and I am also the founder of College Recruiter Job Search Site, which believes that every student and recent graduate deserves a great career and that it should be easy and inexpensive for employers to hire them. Peter, not Pater. We're going to come to Pater in a minute, but Peter, good to see you today.
Good to see you too. And it is hard to believe it's September already. That's just wrong. But we can't stop it, and probably better that we not.
Yeah, the alternative of the calendar not moving forward for us
is very bad.
That's a bad thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm Peter Zollman. I'm founder of the AIM Group. We provide business intelligence, conferences, and consulting for job boards and recruitment marketplaces all around the world. And you may see two things that look like Peter, but one is actually Pater. Pater Hogendijk is head of product and operations at Aimwell. They are based in the Netherlands, and he's going to tell us a little bit about them. And then we're going to talk about Google destroying everything that job boards have ever tried to do. Not really, but go ahead, Peter.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so a little bit about Aimwell. For those of you who don't know, we are a programmatic advertising platform and agency. We help job boards all around the world. We've been founded from job boards. I've worked a lot of job boards before. And we help small and big job boards around the world with paid advertising, whether that's aggregator advertising, whether that's display advertising, or whether that's search advertising, which I guess we're going to talk about today.
And to show how important you guys are, you also got burned for millions of dollars in the Career Builder and Monster fiasco. One of the many recruitment marketplace providers that got stiffed by Randstad and those other guys. So tell us about what's happening with Google, AI, and traffic to job boards.
There's a couple of interesting things that have happened over the last, I'd say, year and a half, and that have gotten into a bit of a stream this year to continue influencing job boards today. And it has to do with how AI is now more and more starting to influence the search results on Google specifically. So if you look at, it used to be the same, Google had the same search results for many, many years. And as you may have noticed yourself now, a lot of the queries you type in, you'll get like an AI Gemini summary at the top. That's the thing we're talking about today, including everything that Google has been doing on paid advertising behind the scenes with AI.
So one of my favorite podcasts, other than this one, of course, it's called Hard Fork. It's a podcast by the New York Times. One of the co-hosts is a journalist, Kevin Roos. Another one is an owner of a small tech company that follows tech companies, Casey Newton. Recent episode, they were talking about the generative AI results on the top of the Google search results. And what they said was that a lot of publishers, not just job boards, but any kind of, basically media company, are seeing up to 80% decline in organic traffic from Google year over year. Peter, what is your research showing for job boards?
Yeah, it's interesting. It has to do a little bit with the way that Google will classify your search queries. So it will classify it based a little bit on intent. So we'll try to guess a little bit, right, what is this person searching for? Is it something that's just informational? I want to know about something that I've, seen before. Is it something navigational? So I want to go somewhere on the web and I want to get there quicker. Can be transactional. I want to buy these shoes. I want to look for this job. I want to stuff like that. Or it can be more like comparison. I want to compare these things together. And based on the type of intent, Google will say, right, we're pushing AI summaries a lot, or we're still really resistant with pushing it for like 4 or 5% at the max. If you look at informational queries, and there's been some cool research by a couple of the SEO trackers that do this across millions and millions of queries. They say for informational queries, about 90 to 95% will now have an AI summary at the top.
And would an example of that be like how to write a resume, how to network?
Yes, career advice. Indeed, as like how, what would somebody do in this job? What would the salary be for this? How to write a resume, stuff like that. That would be now done primarily, or the search results were primarily dominated by AI results. As a result, people won't go to the first or the second or the third option anymore. They'll do like 0-click results. So they won't click on anything. They'll just look at the summary and leave again.
So, what are some of the numbers that you have seen specifically drop off in visits, drop off in use, drop off in, or no drop off at all? But we know it's a drop off.
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
are the numbers your research is showing?
This is where it gets a bit interesting because it will depend a bit on what you as a job board focus on. Obviously, as a job board, the end results usually jobs, and jobs are generally more transactional. So that means AI overviews won't have a very big impact on that yet. But if you look at job boards that also provide a lot more content and get, SEO results from content and stuff like that, they can see a lot bigger drop off. And you can definitely talk about like numbers between, 40, 50% or even higher on those specific search intents. But it will depend a lot on what you look at the numbers, whether you look at like the more informational part of a job board, or whether you look at the more jobs specific part of a job board. So yeah, that's a bit of that.
One of the things about searching for jobs, though, is if I'm looking for specific listings, is AI having any impact on that, positive or negative, getting people to the more specific listings faster, which is a mixed blessing, right? They want to
Mhm.
find the job, they want to find the listing, they don't want to poke around. So there's less traffic, but better traffic, presumably. Tell us more about your research.
Yeah, so then you get a bit more into navigational search, and there you see Google not using AI overviews as much yet, because they then still use the normal, like this is where you should go. These are all the jobs within your like search query. And also, and that might be good to know, like we focus a lot on paid advertising and the impact on paid advertising. But obviously, organic advertising has already seen impact from job related queries around Google for Jobs and stuff like that. So it's not just only the AI overviews, it's the combination of those things that can definitely impact and has definitely impacted job boards already.
Hey, this is William Tincup, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Practitioner Corner podcast. It's a wonderful podcast about the journey, the paths of how practitioners, both HR and TA, kind of go from high school, college, all the way to where they are right now. Some of the things that they've learned, how they've been successful, people that thrive around them, etc. It's a fun podcast. You'll love it. You'll learn from it. Subscribe to it. Thanks.
That's a really good point, Peter. I know that Peter's company, the AIM Group, is going to be, talking with people on your end to kind of get the research and bring it to the AIM Group subscribers of Peter. It'll be the Recruitment Intelligence Report.
Recruitment Intelligence and AIM Group Marketplaces Report.
Yeah, and so that'll hopefully be coming out over the coming days. The question that I had, I'm glad, Peter, that you kind of talked a little bit about the difference between organic and sponsored traffic. Conversations that I've had with other job board leaders is that very much like what you're saying, is that the decrease in traffic that they're seeing is on the organic side. It's not on the sponsored side. For years, College Recruiter has been an example of a site that has purchased a substantial amount of our traffic. We're not really seeing any difference there. In terms of like some of the prices are higher, some of them are lower. It's harder, it really isn't me. But on the organic side, I'm hearing panic from a lot of job boards that forever have been reliant essentially on Google subsidizing their business model. If somebody keeps giving you something for free that you can then turn around and sell, it's awfully hard to all of a sudden have to start buying that. Does the report or does Aimwell have suggestions for those sites that have been reliant on organic? It's drying up and maybe they don't feel like they have the budget to go out and spend, a ton of money on traffic.
I mean, and that's a good question, right? Because if you have to buy all your organic traffic, all of a sudden you'll need very big budgets, and even the bigger job boards probably won't be able to fully do that. So part of this is then going more into long tail. So driving down funnel, going more into the really transactional queries, building your paid search to be more based on like transactional intent instead of just overarching intent, because those will be more expensive. Yes, less people viewing that. And part of that will probably be by moving out a little bit of paid advertising, which is definitely not our area, but going more to brand advertising and different ways to bring people to the website, right? I mean, also, if you look at AI and the way AI optimizing works, a lot of what works really well for Google also works really well for ChatGPT optimizing. So it's stuff like that you also should think about. And yeah, I think it's the combination of those two things. If you get into panic mode, start figuring out how to use paid search to momentarily, at the very least, stabilize things, but then also figure out how to get out of just buying traffic, because in the end, you don't want to buy all your traffic. That's not a good position as a job board to be in.
Yeah, I think we have time for one more question, and I'm going to take it.
Go for it, Peter.
And of course, I will point out that buying organic traffic is an oxymoron.
I think what Peter meant was like to buy traffic to replace the organic traffic, right?
Got
okay.
It. Right.
Because I speak Dutch, I know the word stroopwafel.
Okay. Good for you. Good for you. That's your best Dutch. In any case, focusing less on the generic content and more on the listings and specifics is the answer.
That's part of the answer. And the second thing, and that's what's happening now and will be released by Google more and more over the upcoming months, is that they're going to allow you to buy ads in the AI overviews in Google. And that is something that's in like experimental phase now in the US. It will be rolled out later this year to English-speaking countries. And that's the new field everybody can play around with to hopefully find a way to also buy the non-transactional traffic through the AI overviews. But this is like really new information. There's not a lot of data also from Google yet on job-specific stuff, but we'll see more experiments with this over the next couple of months. That will hopefully be an answer.
Peter, are you referring to the like buying sponsored traffic in the Google Jobs interface?
No, in the Gemini AI overview.
Oh, right up in the AI overview.
Yes. So you have the overview, and then below you have a couple of links that say, want to see more stuff like that. Those you can target with Google Ads.
Talk about burying the lead.
Yes.
There's the news in this episode. We'll be hearing a lot more about it. We'll be talking a lot more about it. Imagine that Google actually wants to squeeze more money out of people. I'm shocked.
You're surprised,
shocked,
right?
I say.
You're winning, sir.
We could use another 20 minutes to talk about this, but we will talk about it again. I will see you at RecBuzz, I hope, Peter.
Absolutely.
And we always see Dennis there. And Stephen is planning to come this year with faith, we hope. And it is great to do this. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Stephen, for managing it as always. And shall we say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're listening.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Thank you, Peter. This has been great.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Every minute your finance team spends wrestling with data is a minute lost. Insight Software's AI-powered insights instantly move you from complexity to clarity. Automated analysis, real-time reporting, strategic recommendations, all at your fingertips. Transform how your finance team works and watch your business grow. Stop wasting time. Start making smarter decisions. Learn more at insightsoftware.com/AI.